There are so many fun underglaze designs that you can paint onto pottery. Strawberry mug? You've all been familiar with the cherry mug, but did you know about the cherry plate? Woo! Let's say you love kiwis. Put a kiwi on a mug, dude. Let's say your name is Marlena, and I don't know, you grew up in a house that only had oak trees in the yard. Every fall, there'd be so many acorns on the ground that it would feel like walking on marbles, and you would slip and hurt your feet every single fall. But over the years, acorns always reminded you of home. Well, why wouldn't you just want to put acorns on a mug then? And it makes you feel at home, and no one really knows why. I feel like you should do that. That is so pretty. Like the yellow, the white, the green. I'm obsessed. Now, if you're a potter or not, you can do these things. You can always put underglaze on your pieces and experiment with just like different designs. And if you're not a potter and you want to go to one of those like Color Me Mine places and a paint your own pottery place, it's such a nice, easygoing, low barrier to entry start into ceramics because the surface decoration and glazes on pottery is, just like pottery, limitless. Pine needles, are you kidding? So fun. Yes, painting can slow down your process of pottery, but you can tell that more time was put into a mug through this process, and it can be really fun. So this video is how I achieved these results. So now I'm gonna pass it on to past Marlena when she didn't know how these things were gonna turn out. Well, hey friends, from past Marlena. How was future Marlena? Did the cups turn out good? We're gonna be doing some underglaze fruit designs, cherries, blueberries, lemons, maybe even kiwis. I love cherries, I love doing cherry bowls, and so I'm gonna start with showing you just the basics of how I do my little underglaze cherries. For underglaze designs, I like to use a brown stoneware because I think the underglaze design is nicely outlined by a darker organic clay. And a lot of people, and most commonly, you probably see underglaze designs on a white stoneware, which if that is your vibe, hell yeah, go for it. I just prefer a dark stoneware, so that is what all of this is. You have to pay attention to the type of clay you're using for sure, because that's gonna change the underglaze and how it shows up and what it looks like. So let's say if you're using like a dark brown clay, for at least my dark brown clay, putting any underglaze on that other than white looks horrible, like puke. So we won't be doing that. If you're nervous about painting on your pottery, take some pencil and outline and sketch what you're gonna do, because the graphite will burn off in the kiln and you don't have to worry about putting any kind of, no matter what this is, it's all gonna go away. Let's say, you know, you want them opposite each other and then you want another pair over here, and let's say that's, you just keep going opposite until they're even. So for circle things, it's super useful to just have like these little spongy things, because you can get a really nice circle, just go over it twice. Now that we went over the underglaze circles twice, we're gonna let them dry, and then we're gonna do the stems, and then we're gonna do the leaves. And because bowls are something that you would typically want to either serve food in or eat food out of, you don't really want the raw clay in contact with that. And usually my underglaze designs are like on the outside of a mug, so you don't need to really worry about the raw exposed clay. So even though we do want to wax over the cherry so the cherry design is preserved, before the wax we're going to put clear glaze so that the clay is all sealed. This is the underglaze that I like to use for the leaves. Having a good brush also matters, because you don't want to be going over this a million times and having it look super thick and chunky, so having a good brush matters. the cherries are painted. This is how I do all of my cherries. I go over all of them twice. It's all done with underglaze. Usually I don't put clear glaze over the cherry and then wax. Usually it's just wax, but today we're doing clear. I have to put in I like to put piles of 2 mugs alike so there can be a pair, and then I put them in stacks and then I decide what they're gonna be. And since we already did cherries, what we can do is we can do a set of kiwis. I got a bunch of underglazes. This one is called Spring Green. Yeah, it's good to look at. Inspo pics. If you think of a bicycle, you're like, oh, I know what a bicycle looks like, and then you try to draw a bicycle and then it'll look like a couple of sticks tied together with 2 circles, you know? So it's good to look at an image to remind your brain of the details of something and obviously interpret it from there. A kiwi kind of has that like light green portion. It's got some of these darker green like lines, and it's got some brown little seeds and a white center. So to do that, we're just gonna layer up, start with that bright green outside, put some white, layer in those dark green, and then add some little seeds. And it's so fun, simple, cute, effective, and I love kiwis. I do this all on Bisqueware. I find that it gives a neater, cleaner line, and I'm not gonna be doing any carving, so it's really just about doing it in one go. A big sponge for the kiwi. Just put them all over. It's standing up. White underglaze, Mako Fundamentals. I'm gonna use a brush and not a circle squeegee thing because the circle thing in the middle of the kiwi is kind of not perfectly round. And something that my art teacher told me once is when you're trying to do organic things like leaves, trees, grass, whatever, this is not a perfect example of this, but the least perfect you can make it, usually the more realistic it is. Coming along, it's coming along, look at him. So cute. The seeds are a lot darker, so we're gonna go in with the black underglaze. Oh my goodness. Woo! Look at these cute tea. Oh my gosh. Who is she? I know that with the right glaze, she's gonna be cute. All right, next. What fruit is next? Lemons or something? But I've also always wanted to do strawberries. I can't believe I forgot about strawberries. How could we forget? Ooh, I don't think I have like good colors. I mean, I have a red and I could mix white to make like a pink. We could try to do a little strawberry little mug on this little tiny little mug. Why not? Oh! As you saw, this spit up all over the cup, which it can get clogged and it can do that, so beware of that. That's why it comes with this little needle thing. Anyways, it kind of fixed it by kind of adding some curly cues. We have the front part of the strawberry and like it cut in half. I have never done strawberries before, so I really hope that this transfers and conveys, you know, I don't know, the cuteness of a strawberry. I don't know if I like the way that I did the design. Like I said, I have never done these before, so I feel like I'm gonna change the design like as you do it more, obviously. Looking at it now, I'd probably want the dots on this part of the strawberry to be smaller. And I don't know, maybe I'll do the inside of the strawberry different, but this is a great experiment and it's just to show you that this is my first experiment of this and to encourage you to experiment with shapes and fruits and I don't know, the way that you picture it. Next, I think that we're going to do some limons. I figured with lemons, they're mainly like, I don't know, the green looks nice with the yellow, and again, I'll experiment more, and this is just our little lemon cup, so I'm excited to see how she turns out. Cobalt blue is my favorite blue to do blueberries in currently. We have kiwis, blueberries or bloobs. We have some acorns, fun little different sketches of cartoon cats. We have strawberries. We have stupid more espresso, less depresso writing. Snowflakes, which I'm excited about. We have limons, cherries with clear on them so you can't see the cherries. If you are sitting down to do some little detail painting, definitely just allow yourself the freedom and time to just relax. I actually did not film an outro to this, so this is the outro, and it's me saying thank you for watching and best of luck on your own Underglaze designs. I hope this was fun or helpful and useful to you. Please remember that art is so important, and so are you, my friend. We'll see you in the next one.